Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's Zachy J, and today we are enjoying the rain. We are enjoying a little bit of rain, and we're going to talk about body-based energy. Body-based energy, what it is about. Turns out that body-based energy is great for building out consciousness. It's almost like a prerequisite. Why is it a prerequisite? Because you need energy to fuel your focus. That's right. You need energy to fuel your focus. And the best way to do that is to build up the energy that's naturally in your body. And why should you care? Because with a vibrant, vital, healthy body, you're able to see deeper into yourself. You're able to see with more clarity about the world around you. And you're able to use your body more efficiently longer periods of time, especially when you're developing skills. And what skills might you want to develop? Well, if you care about consciousness, if you care about things like co-creation, if you care about things like breath work and meditation, then you're going to need things like energy. And you have to unlock more of it within yourself through health. So, what did I notice when I was unhealthy and I was trying to do meditation? Let me tell you, I was falling asleep all the time. Falling asleep all the time. And unhealthy and unlocking body-based energy, especially when you're unhealthy, is is a day and night difference, you know? And why was I feeling so low on fuel? Well, both physiologically, I wasn't getting the right nutrition because I didn't know it, right? Turns out you can't just like go to the gym and just work. You got to eat right too. You definitely got to eat right. So, and I wasn't doing that, And on top of that too, I had psychological distress. So when it came down time to sit down and rest, well, actually when it came down time to meditate, for me, my body was like, this must be a time to rest. This is finally a time that I can slow the roll and actually start to rest. So that's what I would do. And my energy, as soon as I had a chance to sit down and do nothing, it just like, it's time to turn off. It's time to reserve battery. It's going into energy saving mode, you know? And is that how you want to live your life? Do you want to live your life on energy saving mode? Because I don't. And I bet you don't either. I bet you want to have just pure vitality streaming through you. Just absolutely wondrous vitality streaming through you. And all you have to do to unlock it is a few technicals. There's no words. But just know that what you're aiming at, right? What you're aiming at is the ability to have a better fine-tuned control over your systems, over your consciousness, and over your development. And it's easy to make the right decisions when your body is full of energy. It's full of mindfulness. And the mindfulness is embodiedness too. You're not just mindful, but you're embodied as well. You gotta have both. You gotta have both. And when you have that body-based energy, it just makes it so much easier to be mindful and so much easier to be embodied. Because you're in the body. Finally, you're here. Finally, you made it. You made it to the present moment. So, we want to, the easiest way for me, for me to figure out how to get that body-based energy up, was working out and eating right. And I know that's a simple thing to say, but it's not to do is different because everyone is different. And your dietary needs might be different than mine. Like, I'm a big guy. So I went from needing to eat, say, so much protein in a day when I was in high school and stuff like that, to much more protein later on, you know? But I was eating as if I was in this scarcity mindset and mode because that's the life I grew up with. I grew up kind of, different social economic positions in life. So the first one, I, you just ate what you had around. You ate what you had around, and that was it. And if you wanted more, well, you didn't even know there's more. You know what I mean? You just knew that what was in the pantry. So, like, that's how I learned my nutritional habits. Is you just ate what was around because you were hungry. You know. And it turns out when you're trying to build a better consciousness, you have to make conscious decisions. Conscious decisions. And I wasn't capable of making those decisions because I was unaware of options, and I really couldn't, like, express an option, like, for myself, so, until much later, like, in life, right? Until, like, after, like, middle school, I could start expressing some options a little bit better. So, but all my patterns were just learned from then. So I was like deprogramming myself, learning how to do it better, but I didn't have it dialed in. And as a result, my building out my consciousness, like, that took a while. And I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad I learned breath work. And I'm glad I learned meditation. But man, you could be doing it incredibly fast. So just know that if you're dialed in with your nutritional game plan, and you wake up and you're feeling awesome, like you're doing what's right for you, you are so close to truly developing a robust, remarkable consciousness. Just know that. Like, if you don't have to go through this debugging phase where all the food patterns that you've had in your life turned out were like not the best ones. Like, and guess what? Like, eat everything you can when you can is not a good eating pattern because you're just programming your mind and your body to be in scarcity. And ideally, you'd eat until you're satiated, like because you have the ability to eat with gratitude, and instead of fear, like, if I don't eat now, then will I eat for the rest of the day, right? You want to eat with gratitude because your body is being programmed now with gratitude, with physical anchors. And that physical anchor could be something that you do every single day because you're going to eat every single day, you're going to drink every single day. Well, unless you're fasting or something like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And you get to the point where you can eat with gratitude and you can work out with gratitude, and then your body starts having better energy, and then you start being able to perform better, and your ability to perform skill acquisition in any domain skyrockets. And you want to have the skill acquisition. You want to be able to know that once you allocate your resources, your attention, you're going to get it done. You're going to get it done. And when you position yourself to build out your consciousness, the truth is you need a lot of clarity, because it's going to be easy. It's going to be so easy to fall asleep. It's going to be so easy just to be like, not now, right? But I guarantee, if you keep pushing that can, kicking that can down the road, you're going to get to the end of that road one day, and you're going to look back and be like, man, I really wish I did a little bit more. Right? I really wish I picked myself up a little bit higher. I elevated myself up to positions that I didn't know I could get to. And you have this ability because you get to build out your consciousness, and your consciousness maps out into every domain you'll ever touch, into every environment you'll ever be in. So if it's going to be with you always, it's time to improve. Time to improve. And you will improve, like, naturally, pretty fast, if you are investing in your body-based energy, bumping that up, get that volume a little higher, you know? You will, yeah, remarkable improvements just naturally. It'll like, instead of you tapping willpower to do something, you will more or less just start doing things that you need to get done, and it'll start feeling way, way, way more natural and way less forceful. So you want to get to these positions. You want to build up your body-based energy. You want to have these good nutritions. You want to work out too. Look, it's about the new age, okay? It's not hippy-dippy and skinny and frail. The new age is being spiritually buff and physically buff. Well, you know. And for the ladies, it's about being spiritually beautiful, and just as much as you are on the inside, let's get it on the outside too. It's possible. We can spread it all over, right? We can make it all happen. Let's not hinder ourselves with limiting beliefs. You know, as below, so above. As within, so without. So let's go get this, right? Uh, yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. If you do me a favor and like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Because guess what? We're all building consciousness together. We're all living in consciousness together, and we can all make it better. So let's just do that. And if whatever weather it is, wherever you're at, I hope you are enjoying your day and getting ready to crush it. And I'll talk to y'all soon, real soon. Have a good one.